Vibe check. He looks like an emoji. His face is round and yellow, but there's something off about him. His eyes are red, his tears are dry, he seems anxious and maybe even terrified. And he's outside of your window. You hear his command, vibe check. You're too afraid to let him in. He knocks at the window. You don't respond. He knocks again. You leave him no choice. You hear the glass cracking, and moments later he's already in your house. Give me your vibe, he demands. You refuse to give away your vibe, but it's too late. Your vibe is in his hands. At this point you can only hope to pass the vibe check. Looking at his face though, it seems like your only option is to run away.
Run.
Vibe check memes are inherently a combination of a number of unrelated memes that together form some sort of an aesthetic of their own. A vibe, if you will, a mysterious, dark, and horrific vibe. The original memes were nothing like the product. The characters of the vibe check memes, the cursed emojis, started as just a collection of non-Unicode emojis with strange appearance drawn by various artists on the internet. They were first bonded together by Twitter user Blue Aurorius, who posted a chart featuring 16 of them, and then by Twitter user Sumbon3, who recreated the chart but added 38 more. Out of all of those, 3 main characters eventually integrated into the vibe check world: stressed emojis, Zoc and Power Cry. Similar versions of them which also appeared in Sumbon3's chart became different expressions of the same characters rather than whole new ones. The term vibe check itself was first defined in 2011 on Urban Dictionary as the process by which a group or individual obtains a subjective assessment of the mental and emotional state of another person, place or thing, not anchored in or limited to science, psychology or sociology. In other words, to vibe check someone is to check how they feel, or what their overall energy is. Want to check in on a friend? Vibe check. Quick, easy, and to the point. So basically vibe check is a way to say how are you? Or at least that's what it meant back in 2011 when user Estabanez uploaded it to the urbanest of dictionaries. But as we flash forward a few years, the definition of course was corrupted by the notorious millennials and Gen Z who must take all things pure such as asking someone how they are, and ruin it. In March of 2019, Twitter user @UMRU_ sent out the simple tweet, vibe check. The next month another user on Twitter, cake_hoarder, started using the phrase in order to describe his mood and activities that show people who don't care what society has to say, people who just wanna do their own thing. Nugs and beer in the shower, an impromptu pillow. He even started making merch. Okay, get that off the screen, we are not plugging merch, just informing you all that merch was in fact made. We are not telling you not to buy it, we don't really care. Anyways, slowly vibe check was gaining momentum as a way to ask people how they are and to explain their mood. It wasn't until late 2019, months after @UMRU_ first tweeted, that the full potential of the two-worded phrase was reached. For on September 3rd, 2019, Tumblr user Sterian posted a comic showing a stick figure saying vibe check before smashing another stick figure over the head with a club. What a violent and stupid thing to spread throughout the internet. It was perfect. And you know who else thought it was genius? Everyone. This comic inspired the creation of the vibe check meme, which followed a similar pattern. Instead of using the term to ask someone for an overview of their vibe, the term was used, at least as a meme, as a way of telling someone that you're about to use violence against them. This was the first time the term vibe check was used in an energy sense, and that would directly influence the way it would be used later when cursed emojis would be associated with the term. For screaming vibe check and causing everlasting injuries is not frightening enough for Gen Z. These aren't the average emojis your grandma uses. These are spine-tingling, hair-standing emojis made by the horrific minds of the internet. Artistic interpretations of emojis that literally nobody asked for. The new addition of the cursed emojis made a more personal interaction between the meme and the reader. You are the one being vibe checked now. The first crossovers between the edgy vibe check memes and cursed emojis probably started with the screen reaching emoji. The screen reaching emojis were variations of the cursed emojis, to which hands were added. Hands which seemed as if they were reaching for the reader, breaking the fourth wall. Those variations added a sense of horror to the cursed emojis, creating the feeling that no one can escape the creepy yellow creatures. Many of those even directly addressed the reader, demanding something from them. This could be their privileges, their topics, or, you guessed it, their vibe. At some point, the term vibe check was used in much more of a literal sense, with the cursed emojis vibe checking the readers like state officials, tests in which failing results in death. On a lighter note, the phrase was also applied to some historic moments such as the assassinations of Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy. And while these are both serious moments and should be remembered as great losses to society, the memes are hysterical. And with the use of such historical moments, vibe check has now too implanted itself in history. In summary, the meme vibe check as a whole is a combination of both the term vibe check, with whatever meaning it possesses, and the cursed emoji, with whatever character defines it. Some memes are more focused on the term, some are more focused on the characters, and some create some sort of balance between the two elements. But whatever form it takes, vibe check is an interesting phenomenon. It doesn't commit to humor. It doesn't try to make its audience laugh. The aim of this meme is, more than anything, to create a vibe. A dark, mysterious, and surreal vibe. Where vibe check stands in the pantheon of great memes is still unknown. Its edgy nature isn't as palatable as a pure meme such as Doge, which has claimed its ground as the most influential meme of the decade. Link in description. Never miss a plug opportunity. So whether you're a hippie or a 12-year-old kid, your vibe is important. So next time you see someone, make sure you check his or her vibe before proceeding to brutally murder them for no apparent reason.